Oh, yeah. I'm going to check it.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. I'm priest and officer 50, Officer Haward. To my right is priest.
Preaching officer 50, Bakar Ya'ala.
This is the I.S.U.P.K. Philadelphia Sabbath service. I'd like to start by saluting all the Adonwanim, all the brothers of Israel, all the Akim, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and salute all the Akwathiim, all the sisters, Yahweh Shema Alatah Bahashem Yahweh. Shalom, Israel. This is the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. And since 1969, the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, has been bringing out the truth according to the Bible, that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the biblical and ethnic Jews, okay, the real Jews, according to the Bible. And again, this is the Sabbath service, I.S.U.P.K. Philadelphia. Give the Most High thanks and praise for bringing us to another Sabbath day, a day of rest. So we'll start the service by bringing up the third priest, Sabbath. So men up here, I nod you. Slide by, read your registry by Mushab.
Abadaya, Ban Bunyamin, Ban Yashua.
Abadaya, Ban Bunyamin, Ban Yashua.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Chalice.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yahshua, which means to Israel.
Majam, Wapanya, Hakwadam, rise and face the east and send up the prayers. In the Lashwan Kodash, which is the Hebrew, the Holy Tongue, and then we'll do the English translation.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayah,
Kodash,
Hayah,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Malakavka,
Aba'ah,
Watazaka,
I.S.U.P.K,
Baharataza,
Kawa,
Hayah,
Bashamayim,
Nathalanawa,
Kal, Yawam,
Wasalakanawa,
Kawawafinawa,
Kasalakanawa,
Kawawafinawa, Wala'ah, Tabah, Yahayanawa, Wanasayawan, Abal, Kamashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Malakwa, Wahala, Wahatapara, the Iwalum, Aman.
English translation. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
The power in the Hebrew. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Babakashah, Nathalanawa, Akap, Arapa'ah, Kamakala, Kamadawa, Akap, Atahor, Hamatazariah, Akak, Lahakium, Hamathium, Akak, Arakawah, Hatama'ala, Gorashan, Hashem Yahushai, Wadamun.
English translation. Yahweh. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you so big.
Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Barak Lanawa. Wayasharala. Wahabayah. Zakariah. Ba'Shem Yahushai. Wadamun.
English translation. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you so big.
I.S.U.K. power structure blessing in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahushai. Why Maki'Allah. Why Alahayim. Matazabaya Alawak Yahanna. Ahalawaknyam. Asaranyam. Akatazayanyam. Akayayanyam. Wathiyam. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Wadamun.
English translation. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahushai. And Michael. And the angel. Commanding General Yohanan. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you so big.
Psalms 121 in Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K. Ayanya. Aharium. Yaba'ah. Azariah. Yahweh. Ashah. Shamayim. Waharatazah. Ayathan. Amawat. Magalka. Ayanawam. Shemoraka. Hanala'ah. Anawam. Wala'ah. Yashan. Shalomor. Yasharala. Yahweh. Shemoraka. Yahweh. Kazalka. Ayat. Yamyanka. Yamamam. Ashamash. Yakaka. Wayarak. Walayala. Yahweh. Shemoraka. Karai. Yashamor. Athapashka. Yahweh. Yashamor. Taza'atka. Wabawa'aka. Wayatha. Waya'at. Awalum.
English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee, will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel, shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Adamayalaka. Aldakarash. Al. Kayahana. Awayadyaka. Yahama Yawan. Ra'ash. Al-Amaka. Arayamwa. Sawadah. Ya'atazawa. Al-Tazapamunyaka. Amorwa. Lakawa. Wanakakidam. Magoya. Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yazakor,
Yazakor,
Shem Yasharala,
Shem Yasharala,
Awadah,
Awadah,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa Atazaiwa,
Tazawah,
Laba,
Laba,
Akadwa,
Kadwa,
Ayaka,
Ayaka,
Wayah,
Wariyah,
Yakarath. It's like Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Ahaya,
Aholia,
Hadawam,
Adawam,
Wayashamai,
Wayashamai,
Ayayam,
Alayam,
Mawa'aba,
Mawa'aba,
Wagarium,
Wagarium,
Bo,
Gabal,
Wa'amawan,
Wa'amawan,
Wa'amalak,
Wa'amalak,
Alashab,
Alashab,
Amyashabya,
Abiyashabya,
as a war,
Tazawah,
Kamashawar,
Kamashawah,
Nalawa,
Nanawat,
Amon,
Aman,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Zorwai,
Zorwai,
Banyalawat,
Banyalawat, Salah,
Ashab,
Ashab,
Laham,
Laham,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Aman,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
oh, Slak, the same thing. Kamayan,
Kamadian,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah,
Kabayabyan,
Kayabyan,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Payashwan,
Koyashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan Da'ira,
Bayan Naira,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Datman,
Ladakma,
Shayatamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Nadaya Mawa,
Naidad Mawa,
Ka'ira,
Kaira,
Wakazaba,
Wakazaba,
Kazaba,
Wakazaba,
Wakazazal Manai,
Wakazamunai,
Kaunas Ekamwa,
Oh, let's see a Kamwa,
Ashur,
Ashur,
Amorwa,
Amorwa,
Nayarash,
Nairash,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Nayawa,
Naidwa,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Kagagala,
Gagala,
Lakwash,
Wakwash,
Panya Rawaka,
Wapanyawaka,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Ira Yaira,
Naira,
Wakala Abba,
Wakalaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Ahorium,
Ahorium,
Khan,
Khan,
Tabadatma,
Zaradakma,
Basa Irika,
Wasa Irika,
Wabasa,
Wawasa,
Pafka,
Wapatka,
Tabahalom,
Tabahalom,
Balaa,
Balaa,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Palawan,
Palawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Hawa,
Yahawa,
Bashwa,
Babashwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Wayamahalwa,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Wayakaporwa,
Wayakaporwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kayata,
Kayata,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Hawa,
Yahawa,
Badka,
Babaka,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
Akaha Aratiza.
Al-Taharatiza.
English translation. Keep not thou silent, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies
enemies
make a tumult.
make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up their head.
Have lifted up
the
their
head.
head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people
against thy people.
and consulted
And consulted
against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden ones.
They have
They
said,
have said,
Come, and let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation,
From being a nation.
that the name of Israel
the name of Israel
may be no more
no more.
in remembrance.
Remembrance.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted together.
with one consent.
1%.
They are confederate against thee.
The Confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
Tabernacle of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites.
of Moab
Moab.
and the Hagarenes,
Agree.
Gabal
Moab.
and Ammon
Ammon.
and Amalek,
Amalek.
the Philistines,
Philistines.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Assure us also joined with them.
Ashur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as unto Sarah,
as to Jabin,
Jabin,
at the brook of Kishon,
Esau,
which perished indoors.
Earth indoor.
They became as dung for the earth.
became like dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb
They look like a red,
and like Zied.
like red,
Yea,
red.
all their princes
All the princes.
as Sabbath
As a bar,
and as Zalmunna,
as a moon,
who said,
said,
let us take to ourselves
Take to
the
ourselves
houses of
the
Yahweh
house of Yahweh
in possession,
possession.
Oh, my
Oh,
power,
my power.
make them like a
Make
wheel,
them like a wheel.
as the stubble before the wind,
And suffer before the wind.
as the fire burneth the wood,
As the fire burneth the wood.
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute
And
them
persecute them.
with thy tempest,
Thy tempest.
and make them
Make
afraid
them afraid.
with thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with
Fill
shame,
their faces with shame.
that they may seek thy
They
name.
may seek thy name.
O
O
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
let them be
Be
confounded
confounded.
in trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea, let them be put to shame
And be put to shame.
and perish,
Perish.
that men may know
And may know
that thou,
that
whose name alone
thou alone
is Yahweh,
Yahweh,
art the Most High
Most High,
over all the earth.
all the earth.
Saul, turn. Oh. You shot me. What, right, Bob? I'm just saying, no? Baba Kushan. Get me on number on Matthew 6 and 9.
Okay.
Let's just go over the Our Father prayer.
Come
You
on.
gotta read.
Come on. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore pray ye.
So this is Yahweh Shai, right? He's telling the apostle. You know what? Go to verse 8. Start at verse 8.
Come. That's what I'm reading.
Right,
Come. Matthew chapter 6, verse 8. But not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of, before you ask him.
yeah, go ahead.
Come. After this manner, therefore pray ye.
So Christ said that the Most High already know what you need before you even ask it. So he's saying this is how you pray. If you don't know how to pray, Matthew 6 and 9 is a good, basically like a training wheel to show you how to pray, what to ask for. Go ahead, read.
Come. Our Father, which art in
The
heaven.
Most High is the Heavenly Father. So he is your Father, right? So he said, Our Father, read on.
Hallowed be thy name.
Holy be thy name. That's what hallowed means. Holy be thy name. Most High name is separate from any other God, meaning he's the only God, right? Read on.
Come. Thy kingdom come.
The Most High kingdom is to come. You understand? The earth is the Most High and everything in it. But the kingdom, the Most High's kingdom, the righteous kingdom, is going to be established on this earth through Christ. Read on.
Thy will be done.
The Most High will is going to be done. That's the law, statute, judgment, commandments. Read on.
In earth as it is in heaven.
Whatever is done in earth is in heaven. What do we have on earth? Do we have vehicles here on earth? Guess what? There's vehicles in heaven. They're called chariots or clouds. Those are the vehicles or chariots that the angels use, right? Flying. What do they have on earth that's in heaven? We have prisons here on earth. So guess what? In the spiritual realm, there's a prison as well. You understand? That's why when the demons seeing Christ, they said, cast us, suffer us to go into the pig, then cast us into the abyss. You understand? They didn't want to go to jail or go to hell. Read on.
Come. Give us this day our daily bread. Right?
What is bread referred to today in today's slang? Money. Right? So give us our daily monies to take care of ourselves. As it says in the Bible, money is a defense. Read on.
And give us our debts as we forgive our debtors.
Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. What is the debt that we owe the Most High and we owe Christ? Our life. Because Christ died, he is not here, so we could be here. Right? The Most High sacrificed his son so we could have a chance. So guess what? We owe the Most High a debt and we owe Christ a debt. Forgive us of our debt as we forgive our debtors. You know, that's a heavy statement, meaning what? Forgive your brothers and sisters whatever offense they committed against you. Like the apostles asked Christ, how ought should I forgive my brother? Till 7 times? And what Christ told him, I say unto thee, not on 7 times, but 70 times 7. Meaning what? One offense, we're ready to throw somebody away. My brother offended me, man. You know what? He apologized, like Christ said, Go to thy brother between him and thee alone. Go to the sister between her and she alone. But guess what we do? We go to the council. We say we forgive, but we still hold a grudge. No, you forgive him and you're supposed to what? Keep it going. Because just like how you would want the Most High to blot out your offenses, right? That's what we ask the Most High. Officer Biden, if you could, Baba Kushah, get me Psalms 51. Right? Forgive us our debt as we forgive our debtors. So just like when you pray and ask the Most High to forgive you, you shouldn't have no grudge against any brother and sister. You should be willing, we should be willing to forgive each other. That's what the power of that statement. Forgive us our debt as we do the same to everybody else. Namely, brothers and sisters of the nation of Israel. Read on in Matthew.
Verse 13. And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation. So, right? Christ is telling, ask the Most High to keep you steadfast, to keep the law, statute, judgment. Right? Because there's another scripture that says, for all that in the world is the lust of the flesh. Let's not be given into our baser desires, right? The lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, being caught up in the things of the world. You know, look for more spiritual things. Like the scripture says, develop a pattern of good works. Read on.
But deliver us from evil, for thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
See, so that's what Christ said to pray for. You understand? You ask for the Most High to give you a financial blessing and to ask for forgiveness, but also to give you the spirit of forgiveness. You understand? Officer Bad, you have Psalm 51? So now this is a precept to when it says, forgive us our debt as we forgive our debtors. Why? What is that debt? Read.
This is the book of Psalms 51, verse 1. Have mercy upon me, O God.
This is King David, and he's saying a prayer as well. And he says, he started the prayer by saying what?
Have mercy upon me, O God.
Have mercy. So what he's asking, to forgive his debt, to have mercy upon him. Read on.
According to thy loving kindness.
According to what the Most High decide to do. We could ask for forgiveness, but the Most High don't have to oblige us. It's up to him, his, mercies, if he want to forgive you or punish you. Read on.
According unto the multitude of thy tender mercies.
According to the multitude, the Most High's long suffering. The multitude of thy tender mercies. Read on.
Blot out my transgression.
What did David says?
Blot out my transgression.
Blot out is transgression. That's when you ask for forgiveness. To blot out our transgression. That's what we ask. Right? What we did in our previous life. By being in the truth, we're asking the Most High to blot out our transgression. But it's not just a one-time thing. It's a constant prayer. Like Paul said, pray without ceasing. You understand? Read on.
Of thy tender mercies, blot out my transgressions.
Right.
Verse 2. Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity.
He cleansing from his iniquity. That's a prayer that David is saying. So Psalm 51 is a good prayer, not just on the Day of Atonement, but you can say it almost every day. We sin against the Lord constantly. Read on.
And cleanse me from my sin.
And cleanse him from his sins. Clean us up. Clean us from all the negative thoughts we have. Keep us clean so we can present ourselves before the Most High in that white garment. That white garment represents what? Righteousness. You understand? Read on.
Verse 3. For I acknowledge my transgression.
See, you got to acknowledge what you do against the Most High. You understand? Just like with everything in life, an alcoholic got to acknowledge that he has a drinking problem or she has a drinking problem. The drug addict got to acknowledge that they have a drug habit, right? So then you could get the cure. If you never think you have a problem, you would never want to what? Fix it. So he said what? He acknowledged what he did against the Most High. Read on.
And my sin is ever before me.
Right? His sin is ever before him. He's always reminded of what he did against the Most High. Our previous life is ever before us. You understand? We think when we look in the world and we're about to judge people, we think, damn, I can't say nothing about that brother because I was out there wild. You understand? We're not in here because we are more righteous. We're in here because Christ called us first.
Right.
That's the only thing. We're not better than anyone. Because the Most High said what? He count all our righteousness as a filthy rag. Right. Continue, Officer by.
Verse 4. Against thee only have I sinned.
Against the Most High is who we sin against. That's who we sin against. When we don't keep these laws, statute, judgment, commandments. Remember in Deuteronomy 7 and 6, he said he called us first and made us above all the other nations to be the example. So when we sin against the Most High, what do? We shame the Most High. Right. So against thee only have we sinned. Read on.
and done this evil in thy sight.
And doing evil, worshiping other gods, celebrating your birthday, celebrating these pagan holidays. Right? What's the next pagan holiday coming up? Lupercalia. Right? That's what is the ancient name of what's coming up. It's called Lupercalia. Right? Lupercalia meaning what? That's where you get the word lupus from. Right? It was a Canaanite. They take at that time it was a wolf, and they peel the skin off the wolf, and then they'll beat each other with it and have drunken orgies. That's where your so-called Valentine's Day come from. So against thee only have we sinned, read on, and done this evil, read on.
And done this evil in thy sight, that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest.
So when we're in slavery, why is the Most High justified? You understand? What happened in South America? I think it was Chile, right? There was a fire that killed over 100 people in Chile. Those are our people, the children of Israel. There was a fire that killed over 100, and bodies are still being counted. Read it again, Officer Bible. That thou mightest be justified.
And that thou mayest be justified when thou speakest.
See, so the Most High is justified when he judges us, because he made it simple for us. He gave us laws, statutes, judgment, commandments. And he said, what? Choose ye this day life or death. If you keep the laws, you will live. If you sin against the Most High, you're going to die. That is plain and simple. It's easy. And what happened in Chile? It was a fire that killed over 100 people. You understand? We see our brothers, they call them migrants now. They have to flee their countries in South America and come to the United States. Why? Because the conditions in their country is so terrible. But why is that? Because we chose to sin against the Most High, and the Most High placed heathens over us that oppress us. Continue, Officer Bible.
Verse 5. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity.
Right? So that's what David said. He was shapen in iniquity. Meaning what? By following the ways of this world. You understand? The way we were raised in this society, we're shapen in iniquity. In sin. Read on.
And in sin did my mother conceive me.
Right? In the ways of the world. That's what it means. In sin that she conceived. In the ways of the world. You understand? The ways of the world is what? Contrary to the laws of the Most High God. Not the act of having sexual relation, but in a sinful world. That's what it means. In sin that she conceived from. Read on.
Verse 6. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward part.
That's what the Most High desired. Truth. Be truthful to yourself. He said in the inward parts, meaning to yourself. Be true to yourself. Don't be in here front. Can't come on the UPK front. Guess what? You're going to be exposed. You got to be real with yourself. You got to be down for Christ. You can't pretend. It's not a place you come to pretend. It's not the Black Christian church. It's not a gang or organization where you could come in here and pretend we play dress up. Nah. The Most High said, read that again, Officer Bob, so the point could be driven home.
Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward part.
The Most High desire for you to be truthful to yourself. Keep it real in your inward part. Be real with yourself. If you're down, you're down. If you're not down, give back your cover and go back in the world. You know, don't come up in here front. Read on.
And in the hidden part, thou shalt make me to know wisdom.
Continue.
Verse 7. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall...
Hyssop is like a herb. So just like how you would take hyssop and basically wash yourself out, clean out your system, that's what David is asking the Most High, to clean the system out. Basically clean the spirit from sin. Read on.
Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow.
The washing of water through the word. That's how you get washed. We get washed when you sit in the Sabbath service and we read in the prayers, like Christ told us to say, we read in the prayers of David, we're being washed. We're hearing how David is asking the Most High for forgiveness, and we're saying, you know what? I'm going to follow that. I'm going to ask that for the Most High. I'm going to read Psalm 51 today. I'm going to read Psalm 51 tomorrow. I'm going to ask the Most High to constantly wash me. Read on.
Verse 8. Make me to hear joy and gladness.
Make him to hear joy and gladness. How we hear joy and gladness? By reading the words of the Most High. That's how we hear joy and gladness. By reading that, what? Psalms, Isaiah the 14th chapter. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. That's how we hear joy and gladness. Continue reading.
That the bone which thou hast broken may rejoice.
And our bones have been broken. Our bones been broken in the society. physically and spiritually. We're broken people. So how do we get that restored? Continue.
Verse 9. Hide thy face from my sins.
Hide thy face from my sin. Officer Bakari, we could have read that precept when the brother said, how do we see the Most High? That's how you see the Most High, by keeping the laws. You understand? Read it again, Officer Ibad.
Hide thy face from my sins.
How does the Most High hide his face from us? That means if the Most High, if he's asking the Most High to hide his face, that means when you keep the law statute, you're before the face of the Most High. You understand? Get me Numbers 6 and 21. But Officer Ibad.
And blot out all my iniquities.
So David said, wipe my slate clean. Everything that I did before I came into the truth, forget it. That's why General YAHANNA said what? When you walk in through these doors by the I.S.U.P.K, you're born again. That's how we're born again. How we're born again. We stop being African Americans and we start being Israelites. We stop being West Indian and we start being Israelites. You understand? That's how we're born again. We're putting back on our identity. Now we know who our God is. So we live in Christianity behind. We live in Islam behind. You understand? Continue, Officer Ibad.
Verse 10. Create in me a clean heart.
Create in us a clean heart. In the Bible, your heart is your mind. A clean mind, a clear mind. Not filled with negative thoughts, but a clear mind. You understand? Focusing on the laws of the Most High. Read on.
O God, and renew a right spirit within me.
And when we come in I.S.U.P.K, we get a new spirit. That new spirit is that when we look at our people, we're not negative no more. We don't look at it and say, yo, that's that N-word right there.
Right.
Like, yo, that's a prince of power. That's just a brother that hasn't been enlightened yet. And then we come in here and learn, and then what we do? We don't turn our back. We come in here to learn, to go and get them. Because Christ called us to be fishers of men. You understand? Continue, Officer Ibad.
Verse 11. Cast me not away from thy presence.
See, that's what David said. So when you don't do what's right, the Most High casts you away before what? His presence. So that means when you're keeping the laws, you're in the presence of the Most High. That's how we see the Most High, to answer that question. See, Officer Bukayala, the Most High always give us the answer. You might not have it at the time, but eventually in the spirit, the answers will come out. Continue, Officer Ibad. Okay, go ahead.
Just before we move on to Slack, but just saying that if you keep on reading, it's going to come. Like it'll fall onto you as it's doing right now, even though the journal answered it, but even we still sought out for it. Just reading what we're reading right now, it's going to come back to us, because it's the Bible is like a circle. Everything's going to come back to being follow law, statutes, and commandments, and wisdom is going to be revealed to you once you do that. So
and also too, the Most High don't want us to be puffed up. He's the one that give us the answer. I don't know the answers. The Most High give us the answers. So that's how the Most High coming back now to what? To humble us and to say he's the one that's bringing the answer now, not me, not General Muhammad, but the Most High. Continue, Officer Ibad.
And take not thy Holy Spirit from me.
And we don't want that to happen. We don't want the Most High to take his Holy Spirit from us, because guess what? That when we ask the Most High, we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we fear no evil, because thou art with us. So that's his presence of the Most High. So when the Most High turns his face from us, we're in the valley of the shadow of death, man. Anything can happen to you. Continue, Officer Ibad.
Verse 12. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation.
And that's what the Most High do when you come into the UPK. When you're in the world, you don't know your identity. You don't even know if God is with you. Right? Our people is like, man, I don't believe in God, because they catch so much hell. They just say, if there's a God, why are we getting shot by the police? You know, why are we being unalived? You know, why are we in poverty and we always struggling? We look at the heathen nations and they striving. So the Most High restored the joy to us when we come in here and you find out your identity. Even when you're walking on the street before you come in here, you see the camps and you think, wait a minute. You look at the sign and you say, wait a minute, Negroes, Israelites, Judah. And then the brother read Jeremiah 14:2, and then or Hebrews 7:14. He said, wait a minute, Christ is a Judite. So wait a minute, I'm related to Christ. Deuteronomy 7:6, we're the chosen people of God. So that's what restored the joy of the Most High salvation. Now you know who you are. Now you know the salvation is that what? That our people are going to stop being on the bottom, and that we're going to be in a position of rulership on this earth. Continue, Officer Ibad, Baba Kashan.
and uphold me with thy free spirit.
Right? And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall what? Make you free. That's that free spirit. The spirit of truth. Continue.
Verse 13. Then will I teach transgressors thy ways.
And then, so David is saying, once the Most High do all that, his spirit is free. Now he's not guilty. He is free now to go and what? Be a fisher of men. Now he could teach people how to live. Because he's not, he don't have the burden of that sin. So that's how we're doing here. We know we're doing right because we don't want to fulfill that prophecy. And it says what? There is one that teacheth many, yet is unprofitable to himself. Because we don't want to be in here. It says, be a hearer, be a doer of the word, not just a hearer. Faith without works is dead. So we come in here, we're being taught, we clean ourselves up, and then we show out, go out there and be an example. Not just with lip service, but with how we live our life. Right?
Could you use the precept, the kingdom of heaven is not come up from observation?
From observation, right. Not be a hearer of the word, but a doer. You got to be in a fight. The harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. What is the harvest? The harvest is the nation of Israel. Continue off the side by.
And sinners shall be converted unto thee.
And our people is going to be converted once we clean ourselves up and then show them how to live and how to serve the Lord. Like Commander General Yahanna did for us. You understand? By holding on to the truth. That's how he did that. Continue off the side by.
Verse 14. Deliver me from blood guiltiness, O God.
So you see what David is asked for? Did David ask for a car? And for riches? Did you hear anything carnal in his prayer? David acknowledged what he did wrong, and he's asking the Most High to forgive him and to give him the kingdom of heaven. He didn't ask for a car, he didn't ask for a husband, he didn't ask for a wife. Not that there's anything wrong with those things, but first he seek what? The gifts of the Spirit.
Yes.
Continue, Officer Abba.
Thou God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of thy righteousness.
So that's the power of my salvation. Who's going to give us the kingdom? The Most High power is going to give us this victory. Continue.
Verse 15. O Lord, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall shoot forth thy praise.
See, so when he opened, meaning when he opened his mouth, all you're going to hear is the scriptures. That's all you're going to hear from David, talking about the Most High. And that's how we should be. What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation? Continue off the side by.
Verse 16. For thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it.
See, so when we was giving sacrifice, the Most High did away with animal sacrifice because we didn't understand the spirit of the law. We would be premeditated. We used to already have the dove, the turtle dove in the cage. We would already have the lamb tied up and premeditating to go do the sin and then sacrifice the animal. So we was just doing it what?
Just to do it.
Just to do it. Now we know that we're the sacrifice. You can't just, keep sinning and, there's no scapegoat. You're the sacrifice now. Continue.
Thou delightest not in burnt offering.
See, the Most High don't delight in that no more. Continue.
Verse 17. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. O God, thou wilt not despise.
The Most High wants you to be what? Sorry for what you did. Contrition. That's what the Most High wants. You understand? He don't want you to have a scapegoat, an excuse. He wants you to take acknowledgement of what you did, like David did. I acknowledge my offenses. Continue.
Verse 18. Do good in thy pleasure unto Zion. Build the walls of Jerusalem.
Continue.
Verse 19. Then shalt thou be pleased with the sacrifices of righteousness, with burnt offering and whole burnt offering. Then shalt thou offer bullocks upon thine altar.
So once we acknowledge what we did and change our life, then the blessings is going to come around. Then the Most High is going to accept all the things you do on his behalf. You understand? So that's why I wanted to read those two prayers. Christ showed us the blueprint, and then David followed it up, or David did the same thing Christ said. You understand? Acknowledge your offenses and pray for the gifts of the Spirit. So now we're going to finish the point about being in front of the presence of the Most High. Get Numbers 6 and 22.
Oh, 6:22, Con.
This is the anointing prayer.
Right here.
Go ahead.
The book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 22. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying,
This is the Most High told Moses to tell Aaron, because Aaron was Moses' mouthpiece, as we read earlier when we was reading in Exodus, right? So the Most High said, tell Aaron to tell this to the people. Read on.
Con. On this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, the Lord, shall I say the Lord, Yahweh.
Right? Now you can say the Lord.
The Lord bless thee and keep thee.
The Most High is the one that's going to bless you and keep you safe. Read on.
Con. The Lord make his face shine upon thee.
The Lord do what?
Make his face shine upon thee.
That's how you see the Most High. When you get blessed in your life, that's how you see the Most High shine his face upon you. That's the face of the Most High. So stop asking to see the Most High. They're showing us how we see the Lord. That's how the Lord shows his face to you, by showing you mercy and grace. Continue.
Con. And be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee.
Your countenance is your face. So it's constantly giving you an example of being in the presence or before the face of the Most High. Being before the face of the Most High is him showing you favor. May the Lord lift up his what? His countenance. Your countenance is your face. Read on.
Con. And give thee peace, and they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them.
And how the Most High put his name upon us? We're the children of Israel. We're the people of the Most High. Yahshua, he's a prince of power. Who's the power? The Most High God, Yahweh, in the Hebrew. Is that it on that?
Con.
So I just wanted to go through that to answer that brother that asked that question a couple weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Officer, is there any questions in the chat?
Not yet.
Okay. Any questions in the class? Anybody any questions? All right. So we're going into the reading. Exodus 19 and 5.
Con.
You want to do the first 7?
Let me do the first 7, sir.
Okay. Salaki, I forgot to say, if you're in the chat, please like the class. Give us a like, put a comment, so we could get comments on this video, and share it in your friend group. Share it to your family members, whether they're in the truth or not. Just share it. Share it to Facebook, to Instagram. Share it to wherever you can share it. Let's get this in the algorithm, so the ones of our brothers and sisters that's not in the truth, that the algorithm could present it before them in their suggested videos. Because we got to use technology to get this word out. Because physically, we're not on the street because of all the protests, right? And in Gen.YAHANNA, in his wisdom, said it's not wise in this climate to be out there battling, with our own people and then with the heathen as well. Let's step back and let the heathens jack themselves up. Right now we got Amalek and Ishmael going at it. We don't need to be in the middle of that. So the general in his wisdom, they say, no, we're going to fall back a little bit. What? We're going to what? We're still going to what? Be a presence, not physically on the street, but on social media, because that's where everybody is today anyway. Right? Men don't meet women on the street no more. Everybody's using what? Dating sites. That's where our people is on social media. That's why it's called what? Social media. So if we're going to take advantage of the social media and you want to see this nation built, just don't tune into the video. It's nothing to just thumb up the video. We're not charging you. It's free. Right, Officer? Officer McCoy, a thumb up is free. And that's how you help the priests of the Lord. Thumb up the video. Share the video. That's how your responsibility being an official of man. If you're not a part of the military, you're home watching online, then your responsibility is to like the video, you share the video, get it in an algorithm, leave a comment, tune into the class so you can hear the words of the Most High, so you could be before the Most High could shine his face upon you. You want to see God? Come before the priest and hear his word. That's how you before the face of God. So now we're using social media to reach out people. So that's how you help. Thumb up the video, share it. Because guess what? The enemies of our people is doing the same thing. Right? Let's beat our enemies. This is the military. And we read last week about 1 Corinthians. Right? Even in your family, I don't know, you wasn't here, so we went over that. Even in your family, there's rank. Right? In your family, you're the head, then it's your wife, and then it's your children. So if there's rank in your family, Guess what his rank in the army of the Most High? You understand? I think even in Exodus, it told us that. Let me find that precept real quick. I can remember it. Go ahead, Car, if you want to bring something out.
No, I was getting ready for the word. That's all. Whenever you ready. Said I'm ready whenever you ready.
Okay.
You talking about the captains of?
No. When it says that the armies that followed Moses out of Egypt. Let me see if I can find it. Right, but there's a scripture that refers to the nation of Israel as an army that came out of Egypt, and it referred to men, women, and children, and that's why the Most High said that he's a man of war. Exodus 15:3. So this is a military. You understand? So that's why I made that statement. If you're not physically here in the military and you're just watching online, your responsibility is to support your nation. You should just give a thumb up, share the video, leave a comment, and attend the classes daily. So let's get into the reading.
Exodus 12:51.
Okay, Baba Kashafi can read it if you got it.
This is the book of Exodus, 12, verse 51. And it came to pass the self same day that the Lord did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies.
By their what?
Armies.
So the nation of Israel is a what?
Armies.
We're arming the nation. From the man down to the child. Men, women, and children. Our army. We're a nation. This nation we're building is a military. The whole nation is a military. The women are not in the infantry, but they're what? They're a support group, right? Just like Esau's military is broken down into different areas. You have the infantry, the men that go to fight, and then you have the support staff, the ones that operate the computers, right? You have women that's there operating the drones. They shouldn't be in the military, but you have Esau have his women in the military, right? Flying his drones, working the computer. You have military staff, right? You have the medics. So the women don't have to be in the infantry, but they could be the medics. So the women of the I.S.U.P.K, they are what? The support system. They help with the food drive. You understand? They support their husbands. They support the school. They pay their tithes. They pay their offering. They pay their peace fund. You understand? They can either sew, braid hair, or whatever, or just maintaining a job to support the truth. So we're all part of this as a nation, and it's a military. So we all have a job to do. So we'll go back into the reading, Exodus 19:5. We start with Elisha and Kodash.
The book of Exodus chapter 19, verse 5 in the Hebrew. Wa'ata Shamawai Tasham Tashamayawa Bakwalaya Washamartham is Washamartham Athbara Yataya Wahayayatham Laya Sagala Macau Ha'ayim Ha'aymayum Kayala Ya Ka Ha'aratiza. Verse 6. Wa'atham Sahaya Wa Laya Mamalakath Kahanyam Waga Waya Kwada Wash is Kwada
For the wash.
Allah ha the boryum ashore the bar banya yasharala. Verse 7. Wayaba masha wayakwara laza kwa naya ha ain wayashem lapanyaham ath kal hadabarium ha Allah ashar tazawa hawa Yahweh. Is that tazawa Yahweh? Verse 8. Waya ainwa ka ha ain ka yakadawa waya amorwa ka ashor the bar Yahweh na Aisha wayashab masha ath the barya ha'aim al Yahweh. Verse 9. Waya amor Yahweh al shema al masha hanaha anakaya ba'a al yak. That's how you say it, sir? Al-Yuka. Yes, like Al-Yuka. But I by a ba, is it by a ba? But I nana is it none? None. But I war. But I war. Yashamai ha'aim badabarya yamak imak wagam bak wa ma yanwa la iwa lum waya God masha ath the barya ha'aim al Yahweh. Verse 10. Waya amor Yahweh al masha lak al haim ha'aim wa kwadash thum hayawam wa makar wa kabasawa shamalatam. Verse 11. I'm going verse 11 or 12.
You go to 12.
In
right?
the 11.
In the 11.
Waha yawa nakanyam layawam hashala shaya yashya kaya bawayam hashalashya yard your rod Yahweh la'ayanya ka ha'aim al hor sa Sayanaya. Like the book of Exodus chapter 19 verse 5 in the English. Now therefore, if ye obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be peculiar treasure unto me above all people.
Yeah, above all people, if we keep the law. It's a constant theme in the Bible. Do what the Lord said, we will be on top. Don't do what the Lord said, we're going to be on the bottom. So if you want to eat crab, shrimp, and lobster, then don't worry about being on the bottom of society. Don't worry about living in the ghettos and slum, because you want to do what you want to do, you can do what you want to do, but then don't turn around and complain of being on the bottom of society. Don't complain about your poverty, being on, not being able to take care of your bills, always scrapping and scraping, struggling and striving. But we could avoid all that by just simply doing what the Lord said, because he only gave us his commandments.
Khan. I just, can I say something?
Go ahead.
So just reading that, you know what I'm saying? It says, therefore, if ye obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant. And a lot of Christians always say, oh, we in a new covenant. But y'all never even, y'all don't even know what the new covenant is.
Right.
Even though this might be the old covenant or whatever, but y'all never even kept the laws and statutes, commandments. But then y'all say we in the new covenant, and it's like y'all don't even try to do the old things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it's kind of
right. On the new covenant, why are you still paying tithes?
Why are you still paying tithes?
That's a simple question, right? If the Old Testament is done away, then the pastor shouldn't be asking you for tithes. Let's keep reading.
Khan. And ye shall, above all of people, for all the earth is mine. Ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests.
You should be what?
A kingdom of priests.
Behold, I call you fishers of men. That's what we are.
Khan.
Kings and priests. As an Israelite male, that's your calling, to be a priest of the Lord. Read on.
And in holy nation.
And a what?
Holy nation.
A separate nation. I mean, you're not supposed to be a passport brother marrying heathen women. Sisters shouldn't be trying something new, marrying the oppressor and the heathen nation men. You understand? We're supposed to be together. It shouldn't be a battle of the sexes. The sexes should be having sex to multiply the nation. Read on.
Khan. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And Moses came and called for the elders of the people and laid before their faces all these words which the Lord commanded him.
And it goes to show you how slick the oppressor is. Do you realize what the oppressor is doing today? The oppressor is convincing the young people in our nation to throw away the elderly. What do they call the older men? Yo, you an old head. When you call somebody an old head, what does that mean, Officer Bad? That means you're dismissing everything they're trying to tell you. Oh, you're an old head, Bakar. You ain't with the new generation. What is being an old head? The old ways. Respecting the elderly, respecting women, keeping the laws of the Most High. That's what an old head is. That's what they mean when they say you're an old head. It don't mean you're old and you're not hip. It means everything you used to do before, we ain't on that wave. We're on something new now. We about being what? Selfish. It's about the individual. And our oppressor push that and glorify that, right? Look at Sexy Red. She don't mind being a whore for money, but her being a whore for money is putting other sisters in harm's way, because they eat the nation, they eat that up, and then when they see a sister, they just think you're loose because they have her as your example. See, that's why black women should be mad at Sexy Red being pushed in the forefront. No disrespect to that sister, but she's being used. And the heathen is seeing it and say, oh, black women have no morality. So when you're on a job with these heathens, they want to grab you and touch you because they think there's nothing wrong. Because they say, look at the example we get in the world. Y'all don't have no morality. You're just a sexual being. They use you up and throw you away. And now you can see our young men. They give into that selfish, individualistic lifestyle. And that's why when you read what it says, what? Read 7 again.
And Moses came and called for the elders.
And called for the who?
The elders.
The elders, the older men among the nation. Because the older you are, the more wisdom you have in living life. That's why it's important. Read on.
And Moses came and called for the elders of the earth, of the people, and laid before their faces All these words were the Lord commanded him.
See, so the men of the UPK, they're calling, we're going on the street, and we're elder in the word, not in age, but in just the wisdom of the Most High. And the example of that is, you will see Captain Okada, you think Captain Okada is in his 50s. But he's a young man. But just the wisdom that you have, it makes you seem older than you are. Officer Ibad is a young man, but because of the wisdom he has, when you see him, you be thinking, man, I thought you was like in your 40s. But he's a young man. But the wisdom of the Most High, it ages you because that's what wisdom is. You understand? That's what the scripture tells you, to respect the hoary head. A hoary head means you see a brother with gray hairs. His grays represents wisdom, meaning he's been on the earth longer than you. So he know more than you. Read on.
Come. Verse, book of Exodus chapter 19, verse 8. And all the people answered together and said, all that the Lord has spoken, we will do.
All that the Lord had what?
Spoken, we will do.
They listen to the older men. So you young brothers out there that's talking about old head, nah, you're falling into the trick bag. That's what the oppressor wants you to do. Not to have no guidance. And it's easier for him to what? To seduce you with his witchcraft. With the bells and whistles and shiny things. You understand? And guess what? The heathen nations finding that out too. They come to America and they say, wait a minute. In our country, listen, for you, those of us that's born in the United States, we don't get to see the witchcraft of what the world is being taught. See, because we're here with our oppressor, we know it's all BS. But the nations, they look at America as that golden city. You understand? They thinking that, man, the chickens here are humongous. They don't know that chicken is actually a turkey. You understand? So they thinking, man, America, the streets are paved with gold. It's opportunity. It's everything. And there is more opportunity here than some of the developing nations. But then when they physically get here and they see, wow, even people in the Caribbean, when they get here and they realize, man, I thought everything was better. But when they get here in Bukhara, you know what they realize? Everything is bills. Light bill, gas bill, rent, car note, bills. But when you're in the Caribbean, somebody lives next to you, they have a breadfruit tree. Somebody got an orange tree. Somebody got a mint tree in their yard. So you don't got to go to the supermarket to buy mint tea. You can just go to ask your neighbor to pick a couple of leaves, throw it in some boiling water, and you got mint tea right there. Did you spend any money? You just went to your neighbor. You go pick the fruit off the tree. Now, they have expenses and stuff like that, but you have an easier time of surviving and feeding yourself than you are in this kingdom. So a lot of them, they come here thinking this is golden city, and they say, wait a minute, it's been a trick bag. America is about finances. And they want more bodies to come in to keep the machine turning. And you just, when you come here, you're just another cog in the wheel. All you're doing is sticking your hand in your pocket and feeding the machine. It's like when you go to the laundromat, you got to keep putting money in the dryer. That's what America is. You're just another, when you come here, they don't give you opportunity. No, you're just another cog in the wheel to stick your hand in money and feed the machine. And then they realize, oh, wow, I'm in a trick bag. I was lied to. America's not here to make my life better. I'm here to make America better. You understand? So you young brothers, y'all get caught up with the shiny things and the witchcraft of America. Remember, that's why America is called what? Spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Remember, the Egyptians were the Chaldeans. They use all the magic and witchcraft. And the witchcraft is the shiny things they show you. The lust of the flesh. Individuality. But the Most High made us a nation of people. So that's what Moses is telling us. Listen to the older men because they could guide you in the right way. They'll teach you the laws of the Most High. That sex is marriage. You understand? There's no such thing as premarital sex. Sex is the marriage. You mean to tell me that Adam and Eve went before somebody and they gave him a piece of paper and Adam, where's the ring? Did Adam carve a ring out of a rock or out of a piece of tree? And he went to, according to the Christian church, right? If Adam is the first man, then who was the priest that got them married? You understand, Officer, about how ridiculous that is? It said Adam knew Eve, his wife. They had sex. You understand? So y'all young brothers out there thinking, you know, my rip was just telling me that the cases in Pennsylvania of syphilis is on the rise. Sexually transmitted disease in Atlanta, forget about it. And I think the same thing they said in Houston. STDs is on the rise in Houston, in Atlanta, and here in Pennsylvania now. And I think, what was it, a couple of years ago? Was it 2019? I think at Coachella, there was like a festival in California somewhere. After the festival, they said it was like 300 or 400 new cases of STDs. Just in that one weekend of the festival. And those things happen because why? People don't follow the laws of the Most High. Sex is marriage. You're not supposed to be out there just willy-nilly doing what you want to do. Let's get back to the reading. So I just wanted to point on that, how important it is to listen to older people. Throw that old head stuff out the window. That's the trick bag. Read on.
Come. And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord. And the Lord said unto Moses, Lo, I come unto thee in a thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak with thee, and believe thee forever. And Moses told the words of the people.
So you see how the Most High came to the people in the form of a cloud. There's different instances how the Most, so it shows you what? There's different things that you become before the face of the Most High. We read that in the prayers. So being before the face of the Most High appeared to us in the form of a cloud. Read on.
Kind. Like, sir, do you know the significance of the cloud? Like, because I guess they in the desert and it's hot.
It was a chariot. When you read in the Bible about a cloud,
right.
Like it says it was a cloud, it was a pillar of light by day and a pillar of light by night. How do they describe so-called UFOs? Lights in the sky that spins, right? Like it says in Ezekiel. A fire enfolded in itself, meaning what? There was a light in the middle. You understand? So that's when it says, also when Sister Sawana asked a couple weeks ago when she brought out that precept about the same way Christ left is the same way he's going to return. It says he's coming back with 200 million angels. So when the dove appeared on him and Christ was taken in the spirit, he went up in a chariot. What's this?
Also, when it says in the New Testament that Yahweh will come with cloud to come with cloud.
Right, that's the precept. Yeah, that's the chariots. So they refer to as clouds. You understand? As a whirlwind. Right? Zechariah said what? It looked like a flying robe. But all describing the same thing. Today we call them what? Unidentified flying object, a UFO. Right? So read on.
Verse 10.
Right.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Go unto the people and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes, and be ready against the third day. For the third day the Lord will come down in the sight of the people upon Mount Sinai.
You understand? So that's how the Most High appeared before you. You understand? So
that was it.
So I'll do the next 7. So we go from 11 to
12. You start at 12, right?
12.
So to 17, 12 to 17, or
12 to end of 18.
End of 18? Okay, 12 to 18. 12 or so about months. Okay, 12. All right, Exodus 19 and 12. Waha Gabalath Af Ha'aim Sabayab La'amar Hasha Marwa Lacham Ayla Wath Bahar Wana Gai Bakwa Taza Hawa Kol Hana Gai Bahar Mawath Yawa Math. Verse 13. La'a Faga'ai Bawa Yad Kaya Sakwa Wala Yasakwo Awa Ya Ra Ya Ra Baha Ma Ayash La'a Yahweh Ba Yah Slakia, Yaha, Bama Shak, Haya Bo, Hama, Ya'ila Wa, Bahar. Verse 14. Waya Rad, Masha, Mun, Har, Al, Ha'im, Waya Dash, Af, Ha'im, Waya Chaba Sawa, Shama Lathom. Verse 15. Waya Amar, Al, Ha'im, Hayawa, Nayam, Lashath, Yamayam, Al, Tha Gasha Shawa, Al, Asha. Verse 16. Ya, Baya, Wam, Hashala, Yashya, Bahayath, Ha Bakwar, Ya, Kwalath, Wakwayam, I Nun, Kabat, Il, Hahar, Wakwal, Shapar, Hazak, Ma'ad, Waya Harad, Kal, Ha'im, Ashar, Bama Kana. Verse 17. Waya Wataza, Masha, Af, Ha'im, Lakwara, Af, Ha'ala, Hayam, Mun, Hama, Khana, Wa, Yath, Ya, Taza, Bawa, Batha, Kha, Fayath, Hahar. Verse 18. Wahar, Sayanaya, Taza, Shan, Balawa, Mapanaya, Ashar, Yarad, Aila, Yawa, Yahweh, Ba'ash, Waya, Il, Aishanawa, Ka'ai, Shan, Haba, Hacha, Bashan, Waya, Harad, Kala, Hahar, Ma'ad. Exodus 19 and what's that, 12?
Yes.
Khan. The book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 12. And thou shalt set bounds unto the people round about, saying, take heed to yourselves that ye go not up into the mount, or touch the border of it. Whosoever toucheth the mount shall be surely put to death. There shall not an hand touch it, but he shall surely be stoned or shot through. Whether it be beast or man, it shall not live. When the trumpet soundeth long, they shall come up to the mount.
So that this is basically an order of obedience. Do what Moses says, follow the rules, or die. Right. And when it says shot through, most likely it's either with a spear or arrow. Read on.
Khan.
14.
And Moses went down from the mount unto the people and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes.
So now that's also a key point. Who was the Most High dealing with? Moses. And Moses dealt with the people. You can't cut the middleman out and deal with the people. Right. So a lot of y'all that have a problem with Commanding General Yahannah, guess what? You have a problem with the Most High. So you can make jokes like he's the third in heaven. No, he's not the third in heaven. It's just the rank structure. It's the Most High Christ and the man on earth that the Lord set up. Right. And that's why he's the commanding general. He's the leader of the army on the earth, the nation of Israel.
Right.
Because he held on to the truth. We're not following because he's a charismatic speaker. No, we're following the general because he kept on the truth. He held the banner, and the banner is the truth. Christ, the Most High, always deal with man on earth. When Christ was on the earth, Christ was that man that we followed, right? Moses was that man we followed. King David was that man we followed. And when Christ left the scene, it was Peter and Paul. So how come today everybody's confused? Commandant General is that man that the Lord is dealing with that's leading the nation. Just like Moses. What is Commandant General doing different from Moses? He's not like your Christian pastor. Most of your Christian pastors is what? Going to Puff Daddy parties and swallowing. Right? Being power bottoms. Right? Talking about if you don't buy me a brand new watch. I seen a pastor that told his congregation if they don't buy him a watch, they ugly and all type of stuff. He was chastising the people. Yeah, for side by I seen the pastor chastise his congregation because they didn't buy him a watch. I think Juanita Bynum talk about if they don't pay offerings or buy a prayer rag or something, that they a bunch of nobodies. So that's what the leaders of the Christian church, they look for what? Carnal gifts. Right? What General Yohanna gave us. He gave us the truth. That's what he gave us, the truth. You understand? He's the one that secured the hotels to pay for the Passover so we could have a place to go to worship the Lord. What's wrong with that? Okay, let's take General Yohanna out of the picture. Who's going to lead Israel to celebrate the Passover? Which one of y'all is going to procure the hotels? I'll wait. Who's doing it? Is it Creflo Dollar? Creflo Dollar telling you if you keep the commandments of God, you're actually sinning against God. That's what Creflo Dollar said out of his own mouth. T.D. Jakes is worried about going to puffy parties. You understand? So the Christian church, they don't even keep the commandments of God. So read that verse again so we can see. Verse 14.
Verse 14. And Moses went down.
And who?
And Moses went down from the mountain to the people and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. And he said unto the people, be ready against the third day. Come not at your wives.
You don't have sex. Because if you had sex, you got to what? Wash yourself and be unclean until the next day. So he said, don't even engage. Wash yourself, wash your clothes, wash yourself to be clean, to prepare yourself before the Most High. Read on.
And it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings, and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that were in the camp trembled. And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with God.
To do what?
To meet with God.
Moses did that. Moses brought the people to meet the Most High. It's always a man that operates in the orders of the Most High. And that man is Commandant General Yohanna. And the generals and the captains and the officers that the Most High set up underneath him. It's not hard. It's not a mystery. There's nothing spooky about that. Right. The Most High always had a man that is the go-between between him and the nation of Israel. Right. When you read between Genesis and Revelation, what are you reading about? Those are the men that the Lord spoke to. Right. Isaiah, Jeremiah, Zechariah, Micah, Joel, Habakkuk, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Paul, Peter, John the Revelator. Read on.
Verse 17. And Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet God, and they stood at the nether part of the mount. And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly.
Officer Abba, give me Baba Kushah, give me the book of Daniel 7 and 9. Baba Kushah.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7.
Before you read that again. When it says the Lord descended.
And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke.
Was it what?
Altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire.
And what?
And the Lord descended upon it in fire.
In fire, read on.
And the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly.
Why? Because the Most High was there. Let's read about the Most High in Daniel.
This is the book of Daniel, 7 verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
The thrones are what? Cast down, meaning what? All the kingdoms, that's what the throne represents. All the rulerships on the earth were cast down, were destroyed, basically. Read on.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
Who's the Ancient of Days? That's the Most High. The Most High invented days, because the Most High is not governed by the laws of time.
Right.
The Ancient of Days did sit. So the Most High sat. That means he had a body.
Right.
So the spiritual being, the Most High, Yahweh in the Hebrew, sat down on his throne. Read on.
Whose garment was white as snow.
Meaning pure, white as snow, pure. The spiritual garment the Most High had on. Read on.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
He had, for lack of a better word, nigger hair, bad hair, black hair, the pure wool. That's what black hair is. People call it bad hair or nigger hair. That's what God, the spiritual being God, has nigger hair. Read on.
His throne was like the fiery flame.
His throne was like the what?
Fiery flame.
His throne was like the what?
Fiery flame.
Oh, where you at, Officer By? Read what you just read.
And Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke.
On a what?
On a smoke.
So we see smoke. Read on.
Because the Lord descended upon it.
So the smoke came from who?
The Lord
Read on.
descended upon it in a fire.
In a what?
In a fire.
In a fire. Smoke and fire is when you see the Lord. Read on.
And the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace.
Read on.
And the whole mount quaked greatly.
Read what you have, Officer By.
His throne was like the fiery flame.
His throne was like the fiery flame. So you see that when you see the Most High, you see a fire. And that's what they were seeing. The Most High didn't pay attention. So you want to see the face of God? That's what you're going to see, a fire. Keep reading, Officer By.
And his wheels as burning fire.
As what?
Burning fire.
So his thrones and his wheels was on fire when he showed himself to Daniel. So Daniel see the Most High and he see fire. Read on.
Verse 10. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him.
That's the chariots. Read on.
Thousands ministered unto him.
That's it. That's the Most High right there. So let's go back to Exodus. Start off, Sabbath. So I just wanted to give you an example. When the Most High come down, that's what you see. So the Most High showed himself to Daniel, and the Most High showed himself to Moses the same way. The whole mountain was on fire. Continue. And on that, we went to the end of 18, right?
We had 18. I think we'll go to 20. I start from 13. 20,
Right.
19. I think go to 19, sir.
You start at 12.
Okay, you can read 19. Huh?
You start at 12.
I started at 12
12, 13, 14, 15, and then 18.
and 18.
So that's it.
Okay, that's it.
Is there any questions in the chat, Officer By?
There's no question in the chat. Got 9 minutes. It's up to you if you want to do another 7.
Okay, I'll do the next 7. You want to do the next 7? Oh, you 12. Yeah, I'll do the next 7. So I'm going from 19 to.
Let me see. Yeah, 19, 20, 22, 23. Yeah, that's the end of the chapter. 19 to the end of the chapter, verse 25.
Okay, let me just put these names on the Summer Jam screen real quick. We have Sister Ambiams checking in. Shalom Akwath. We have Jojo Sonia, Sweetie, checking in. We have Queen's Empire. Shalom. Yeah, you put Queen's Empire. We have La Milicia, right? We have Kevin Mitchell. You got Kevin Mitchell up there.
Kevin Mitchell.
We have Sister Starapa. Shalom, sis. And Sister Starapa there. Kevin Mitchell. Yeah, Starapa. Sabbath. We have Lorraine Howard Presley. Shalom Akwath. You have Lorraine.
Okay.
All right. Marcia Spears.
Okay.
We have Deanna Gadd.
Right.
We have Nizam Anna Joel.
Yep.
And we also have Sister Sawana. We have Sister Rakaya here with us. All right. All right, so let's go back to the reading. So I'm going from what, 19 to what?
End of the chapter, verse 25.
Okay, come. Exodus 19 and 19. 19 and 19. Wa ya haya kwa wal hasha wa par hawa lak wa chazak ma'ad masha yadabar waha ala hayum ya'ai nanawa bakwa wow. Verse 20. Waya rad Yahweh il har sayanaya al ra'ash hahar waya kwara Yahweh lama sha al ra'ash hahar waya il masha. Verse 21. Waya omar Yahweh al masha rad ha'id ba'ain pan yaha rasawa al Yahweh lara awath wa na pol mama nawa rab. Verse 22. Wa gum ha kahana yum hanana sa yum all Yahweh yafa Kodash wa pon yapa rataza baham Yahweh. Verse 23. Waya Omar Masha al Yahweh La'a Yawakol Ha'aim La'ailath al Hara Saya Nawa Kaya Atha Ha'aida Tha Ban Nawa La'amar Hagabo Ath Hahor Wakwad Dash Thawa. Verse 24. Waya Amar Ala Yawa Yahweh Lach Rad Wa'ayla Yath Atha Wa'atha Run Aimad Wahakath Kahanayum Waha'aim O Yahar Rasawa La'ailath O Yahweh Pan Yapara Tazar Bum Bama. Bama. Verse 25. Waya Rad Masha al Ha'aim Waya Amar Alaham Sa. So if you could, Babu Kashar, 19 to the end.
1925, sir.
19.
19. No, 19.
Exodus 19, verse 19 to the end.
Okay, Khan. The book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 19. And when the voice of the trumpet sounded long and waxed louder and louder, Moses spake, and God answered him with a voice, by a voice. And the Lord came down upon Mount Sinai on the top of the mount. And the Lord called Moses up to the top of the mount. And Moses went up. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go down, charge the people, lest they break through unto the Lord to gaze, and many of them perish. It's like, that mean that's where we get from, like, if you see God, you die type.
Right, So he said, make sure they stay where I told them to stay, and don't come and try to see what's going on, because they will die.
And let the priests also, which come near to the Lord, sanctify themselves, lest the Lord break forth upon them.
I mean, punish them because they didn't follow orders.
And Moses said unto the Lord, Thy people cannot come up to Mount Sinai, for thou chargest us, saying, Set boundaries.
That's what bounds are. Boundaries. We don't.
About the mount and sanctify it. And the Lord said unto him, Away, get thee down, and thou shalt come up, thou and Aaron with thee. But let not the priests and the people break through to come up unto the Lord, lest he break forth upon them. So Moses went down unto the people and spoke unto them.
So it's just basically a lesson in following orders. And that's why we was in the wilderness, right? For so long. Because we was learning how to follow orders, and we kept on not following orders. And after the end of that journey, only what? Joshua and Caleb and the rest of the children made it through. Not even Moses made it into the kingdom. But Moses had to make that sacrifice when he struck the rock. Unfortunately, for us to learn a lesson. That even all that Moses did, he still didn't get to see the promised land. So his sacrifice, him not going to the promised land, is an example for us. I heard a story of a brother that lost his cover, right? He used to have classes in his apartment. So apparently he must have thought that that's all he had to do. I'm done. I'm having classes in my apartment. I'm the greatest Israelite ever. I should be worshipped and rewarded for my sacrifice. No, Negro, you're just doing what you're supposed to do. Ain't none of us here better or supposed to be elevated. We're doing what we're supposed to do. Ain't nothing great about what we're doing. Well, in the eyes of the Most High God, we hope. But it's like we was reading, it's all up to the Lord anyway at the end of this whole thing. We just have the patience and the faith of the saints. Patience meaning we wait on the Lord. And we have faith that if what we're doing, the Lord will have mercy upon us. But it's still up to him. We can't just look at ourselves and thinking that we're doing something so great that the Lord have to bless us, that we have to make. No, we hope we make it on those chariots and that it happens in our lifetime. But it might not even happen in our lifetime. But we still got to operate like it is. Because guess what? Just like the apostles. Lord, tell us when shall be the end of the world and the sign of thy second coming. They asked Christ that 2,000 years ago. And even when he left the scene, they still had to keep what? The truth. They still had to stay in the faith. And hope for everything that they were told that it would happen in their lifetime. They got murdered, killed, unalive. Well, the TikTok is not up, right? And they just kept on. And guess what? They're back today. For the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. What role we play and who we are, we don't know that. Hasn't been revealed to us. But we're the same men. We're the same women that came back. Right? So get me Exodus 20, Baba Kashab.
Where you want to go?
Yeah, we finished that, so you could get Exodus 20.
It's right here.
Oh, you there? Exodus 20?
I thought you
That's the Ten Commandments? Yeah, so let's read that real quick in the English.
From the beginning?
Come.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth.
Meaning you can worship the sun, moon, and stars, and you can worship the fish like the Pope got that fish that got Dagon on his head. Can't worship sea creatures. All right, none of that. Read on.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children.
Upon the who?
Upon the children.
Read.
Until the third and fourth generation of them that hate thee.
See that? That's how we come back. After the fourth generation, you come back. Right? Who is that? You have the father, right? The son. Then you have the grandson. Then you have the great grandson, right? To the third and fourth generation. And after the great great grandson, then you come back in the earth. You just read it in the scriptures. That's how we know. And then when you pass away, you go back in the spiritual world for how much time your punishment deserved. You understand? It says when you die, you go and rest. And during that time of rest, you're being judged. You understand? And then what is your sentence? When you're born back in the earth, you're born with one arm. That was your judgment. You understand? You're born back in the earth, you're born to parents that are crackheads. Or you could be born in a middle class family and never know struggle. Or born into a wealthy family. You understand? That's how, so, and that's the sentence, like it says in Our Father prayer. See, it all comes back. What did it says in Our Father prayer? That will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And remember what I made a statement. I said, what do we have here on earth? We have jails. We have a court system. Well, the same thing is in the spiritual world in heaven. Where when you die, you go before the Most High to be judged. How do we know that? The story of the rich man and the beggar. Right? And the beggar was telling, the rich man was telling the beggar, they were both being judged. And it says the judgment for the beggar, he was in paradise. And the rich man is in hell. And he told the beggar, dip that finger and just quench my thirst. And then the beggar told the rich man, between us is a great gulf fixed. I can't, there's nothing I can do for you. The Lord made the judgment. You understand? And then we're born back in this earth after the third or fourth generation. That's why the Most High said that. And that's what happened in the wilderness. We're all the way to what? The third or fourth generation, and then they made it to the promised land. Then until those children, we finally got it right, and we was allowed to make it to the promised land. And then we became a great nation, and then what is the cycle? We started to become wicked again. We started feeling ourselves. We wanted a king, right? We went from having judges, and then we said, no, look at the heathens. They have a king. We want a king too. Once I said, oh, you want a king? You want to be like the heathen nations? Well, guess what? I'm going to give you a king. And then what Saul did? Saul became wicked. And we've been trying to get it right ever since then. The only righteous king we ever had was Yahushua. And then look at that. He had to die. But has to have life. Right. So with that, we'll bring the service to a close. Any questions, Officer Ibad? No. All right. So with that, we'll bring the service to a close. It's been a beautiful service. Hopefully you was edified and enlightened. My spirit was rejuvenated. Thank Officer Ibad Hayah, Officer Bakar Ya'ala, all the brothers and sisters in the chat, all the sisters in the class. So the men up here with Imadium. Please. Say by situation,
Ibad Haya, Ban Bunyamin, Ban Yashua.
Ibad Haya, Ban Bunyamin, Ban Yashua.
Yahaba Shem Yashua.
Yahaba Shem Yashua.
Hashem Shabbat Kam, Vayashral, which means Israel.
Men of Israel, I invite you to salute the Torah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barak Yah.
Go around, just turn. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barak Yah. I imagine Wapanya Hakwadam. Rise and face the east and send up these prayers. And I remember we sent up these prayers, we're asking the Lord to do everything that's in these prayers, but also we got to keep our part by do what? Walking in faith, by keeping the law, statute, judgment, commandments.
Right. Come.
I go ahead, Officer Sabbath.
Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim,
Kodash.
Kodash,
Ayah.
Ayah,
Shemka.
Shemka,
Hawa.
Yahweh,
Rakavka.
Malakavka,
Ba'ah.
Ba'ah,
Watazaka.
Zayaka,
Ayah.
Ayah,
Aisha.
Aisha,
Maharataza.
Maharataza,
Bawa.
Bawa,
Ayah.
Ayah,
Hashemayim.
Hashemayim,
Talanawa.
Talanawa,
Lakam.
Lakam,
Kal.
Kal,
Yawam.
Yawam,
Wasalakinawa.
Wasalakinawa,
Kawawafinawa.
Kabawafinawa,
Kasalakinawa.
Kasalakinawa,
Kawawafinawa.
Kawafinawa,
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah,
Tabayahayinawa.
Abayayinawa,
Wanasayawan.
Wanasayawan,
Abal.
Abal,
Habashayinawa.
Habashayinawa,
Ayan.
Ayan,
Rai.
Rai,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Ka.
Aka,
Amalakwa.
Malakwa,
Wahala.
Wahala,
Wahatapara.
Hadapara,
La'ai walayam.
Walayam,
Aman.
Aman.
English translation. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done in earth,
Thy will be done in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts,
forgive us our debts,
as we forgive
as we forgive
our debtors.
our debtors.
And lead us not
Lead us not
into temptation,
temptation,
but deliver us
deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
the power,
and the glory,
Lord,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
The power in the Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua,
Shah.
Awakashah,
The Damanawa.
Damanawa,
Aka.
Aka, Aka,
Larapa'ah.
Larapa'ah,
Kamakala.
Kamakala,
Kamadawa.
Kamadawa,
Aka.
Aka,
Latahor.
Latahor,
Hamatazarayim.
Hamatazariah,
Aka.
Aka,
Lahakwiyam.
Lahakwiyam,
Hamathium.
Hamathiyam,
Aka.
Aka,
Arakawah.
Arakawah,
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala,
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan,
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Shubaraman.
Wa'alaman.
English. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh
in
Name
Yahushua,
please give us the power,
please give us the power
to heal
to heal
all manner of sickness,
all manner of sickness,
and all manner of disease,
all manner of disease,
the power to cleanse the lepers,
power to cleanse lepers,
the power to raise the dead,
power to raise the dead,
the power against unclean spirits,
power against unclean
to
spirits,
cast them out.
cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In Yahushua,
Thank you, so be it.
thank you, so be it.
To bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Barakanawa.
Barakanawa.
Wayasharala.
Wayasharala.
Wahabayah.
Wahabayah.
Wahabaya,
Saparian.
Saparian.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua,
Waraman.
Wa'alaman.
Bless Israel in English. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shai.
in Yahushua,
Bless us,
bless us,
and Israel,
and Israel,
and the school,
and the school.
in the name of Yahweh Shai.
In Yahushua,
Thank you, so be it.
thank you, so be it.
I.S.U.P.K. power, structure, blessing. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Mayaka Allah.
Why Yaka'ala.
Why Lahayim.
Wa'alahayim,
Matazabaya Alawat Yohanna.
Matanabaya, Alawak Yohanna,
Hahawatyam.
Alawak,
Asaranyam.
Arasaranyam,
Akwatazanyanyam.
Akwazayanyam,
Akayanyanyam.
Akayayanyam,
Kwafiyam.
Wahakawakiyam,
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua,
Waraman.
Wa'alaman.
English translation. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you,
Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angel.
And the angel.
Commander General Yahanna,
Commander General Yahanna,
the generals,
Generals,
the captains,
Captains,
the officers,
Officers,
the troopers,
Troopers,
and the sisters.
and the sisters.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh
Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh.
thank you so big.
Thank you so much.
Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Ashaya.
I.S.U.P.K.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahoria.
Ahoria.
Mahayan.
Mahayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Zoria.
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 Ain.
Ain.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ashaya.
I.S.U.P.K.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Maharatazah.
Maharatazah.
Yathan.
Yathan.
Namawat.
Namawat.
Magalka.
Magalka.
Ayanawam.
Ayanawam.
Marka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'a.
La'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yashan.
Yashan.
Shawamor.
Shawamor.
Yasharala.
Yasharala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Zalka.
Zalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamnaka.
Yamnaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Shamash.
Shamash.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Alayala.
Alayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Karai.
Karai.
Shamar.
Yashamar.
Akapashka.
Akapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamar.
Yashamar.
Za'avka.
Za'avka.
Wabawa'aka.
Wabawa'aka.
Wayata.
Wayata.
Waya'at.
Aye.
Awalon.
Awalon. English translation, Psalms 121. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee,
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he
Israel
that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Thou shalt preserve thee
from all
from
evil.
all evil.
He shall preserve thy
Thou
soul.
shalt preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Thou shalt preserve thy going in.
Now,
and thy coming in
Thy coming in.
from this time forth
From forth.
and even forevermore.
Even forevermore.
more. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayom.
Alahayom.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Bakarash.
Al-Taqarash.
Al-Bashakwat.
Al-Bashakwat.
Al. Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Hawa Yabrika.
Al-Yabika.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahweh Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Hamaka.
Al-Ibaka.
Ya'ar. Salaki. Ya'arayamwa.
Yahweh
Sabada.
Sabada.
Wayata.
Wayata.
Ya'atazawa.
Ya'atazawa.
Altazapawanyaka.
Altazapawanyaka.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Wakawa.
Wakawa.
Wanakakina.
Wanakakina.
Goya.
Goya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakor.
Yazakor.
Shom Yasharala.
Shom Yasharala.
Wada.
Al-Wada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Awatazawa.
Al-Atazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Waryak.
Waryak.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahaya.
Ahaya.
Slaga. Hadawam.
Adawam.
Wayashama.
Wayashama.
Ayayom.
Alayom.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wagaria.
Bulgaria.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'amawan.
Waimawan.
Wa'amalak.
Waimalak.
Ashaf.
Alashak.
Amyashabya.
Amyashabya.
As a war.
As a war.
Kamasha war.
Gamashua.
Nalawa.
Nanawat.
Amam.
Aiman.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Sarawad.
Sarawad.
Banyalwat.
Labanilawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Ashalaham.
Aishalahum.
Kamajan.
Kamadia.
Kasaya. Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'a.
Sara'a.
Kayabyan.
Kayabya.
Barakal.
Barakal.
Payash.
Yashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamabo.
Ba'ayan the Ira.
Bayan the Ira.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
The Mun.
The Man.
La Datma.
Ladam.
Shatamwa.
Shayatamba.
The Dayabwa.
Nayabimwa.
Kara.
Kaira.
Kazaba.
Wakazabak.
Kazaba.
Wakazabak.
Kazazamanai.
Kakazamunai.
Karnasya Kumba.
Oh, that's your cover.
Ashor.
Ashore.
Amorwa.
Morwa.
Na Yarasha.
Irasha.
Lanawa.
Nanawa.
Af.
Af.
Nahawaf.
Nawaf.
Alahayom.
Alahayom.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Shatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Gagala.
Gagala.
Kwash.
Kwash.
Panya Waka.
Panyawaka.
Kahash.
Kahash.
Ira Yaira.
Bahaya.
Wa Kahalaba.
Wakalaba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Ahorium.
Ahorium.
Kun.
Kun.
Taradakma.
Taradakma.
Wasa Irika.
Wasa Irika.
Wabasa.
Wabasa.
Wapaka.
Wapatka.
Tabal Halom.
Bahalum.
Malaha,
Malaha,
Kanyaham,
Kanyaham,
Kalawan,
Kalawan,
Wayakwashwan,
Wayapakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bashwa,
Washwa,
Wayapahawa,
Wayabahawa,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kayata,
Kayata,
Shimka,
Shapka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Batka,
Labarka,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
Alkaha, Arataza.
Alkaharataza.
Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep
not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
For
Lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have
They
said,
have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off
Let us cut them off
from being a nation,
being a nation.
that the name of Israel
Name of Israel.
may be no more
No more.
in remembrance.
Remembrance.
For they have consulted together
they have consulted together.
with one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
Confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
Tabernacle of Edom.
and the Israelites
The Israelites.
of Moab
Moab.
and the Hagarenes,
Hagarenes.
Gabal
Gabal.
and Ammon
Ammon.
and Amalek
Amalek.
and the Philistines
Philistines.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also joined with them.
Show us also join with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
And hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the
as
Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
unto Sisera,
as to Jabin,
To Japan.
at the brook of Kishon,
Esau.
which perished and endured.
Perished and endured.
They became as dung for the earth.
became a dung for the earth.
Made their nobles like
Your
Oreb,
nobles like
and like Zion.
Like
Yea. All their princes,
All the princes.
as Zabah
Zabah.
and as Zalmunna,
Zamuna.
who said,
Who said,
let us take to ourselves
Let's take to ourselves
the houses of
the
Yahweh
houses of Yahweh
in possession.
in possession.
O my
My power.
make them like a wheel,
Make them like a wheel.
as the stubble before the wind,
And step before the wind.
and as a fire burneth the word,
The fire burneth the wood.
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
The flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
by tempest.
and make them afraid
Make them afraid
with thy storm.
by storm.
Fill their faces with
Put
shame,
their face with shame.
that they may seek thy name.
Make seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
Yahweh.
let them be
Let
confounded
them be confounded.
and troubled forever.
Draw forever.
Yea,
Yea.
let them be put to
Let
shame
them put to shame.
and perish,
Perish.
that men may know
Let them know
that thou,
thou,
whose name alone
Name alone.
is Yahweh,
Yahweh,
art the Most High
Most High,
of all the earth.
of all the earth.
Sar, which means turn, Sister Yeshavia, which means to be seated. Men of Israel, we're going to give each other courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I Madu Shabbat. I Madu, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Thumb. And to the top, Sar, you turn face the sisters, I Madu. You Madu Shabbat on your feet in 45-degree angle, right hand over left, clasped, head covered and bowed. Repeat after us, repeat back to us the salute. Men of Israel, I Madu Shabbat. I Madu, Barak,
Yahweh Shema, Thabba, Hashem Yahshua.
That, sisters want to be anointed. All right. This is the anointing prayer that we went over earlier in Numbers 6 and 22. I'm going to say it in Hebrew. Yabarak Yahweh.
Yabarak Yahweh.
Where Shemarka.
Where Shemarka.
Yahweh Yahweh.
Sha'oya,
Panyua,
Panyua,
Alika,
Ayaka,
Wayakanka,
Wayakanka,
Yeshaya,
Sha'oya,
Panyua,
Panyua,
Alika,
Ayaka,
Wayashamlaka,
Washamaka,
Shalom,
Shalom,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushua,
Barak,
Barak,
Rapah,
Pa,
Magan,
Magan,
Hagun,
my God,
Sawana, Sawana,
Sawana,
Sawana, Rakaya, Rakaya, Rakaya. Ba'ashem Yahushai,
Ba'ashem Yahushai,
Wadaman,
Wadaman.
English translation, Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless, heal, shield, and protect. And with that, class dismissed.
Shabbat.